Hi, I'm Scott Dailey with Dailey Dailey Real Estate, and today we're going to be talking about Insght Homes. What makes us qualified to talk about Insght Homes on the internet? Well, our brokerage knows more about new construction than any other brokerage in Southern Delaware. We want to walk you through the process. We talk to so many people that would love to build new down at the Delaware beaches, but they're afraid of the process. They're afraid they won't make the right choices. They're afraid that they can't sort out between the different builders. And they need someone to come alongside them and help their dreams come true. And we want to be those folks. We want to come alongside you. We want to understand your goals and your priorities and your limitations and your budget and all of those things. And we want to help find a builder that is really going to work for you. How do we know all this? Well, we own a home building company. We've designed and built houses, and we understand not just how houses are built, but we understand the production process. And we have seen this over our 20 years in business of how these different builders operate. Okay, so we're talking about Insght Homes, a couple of things we want to back up and get an understanding of. And first of all, where Insght Homes fits in terms of the size of their company, because generally speaking, the size of the company is going to dictate a lot of their processes and whether they're a good fit for people. So Insght Homes is a smaller production builder, sort of a luxury production builder. And so we have these large nationally publicly traded companies that we sort of put up as number one. They're the biggies, and then we sort of take it down to sort of the locally based production builders, and then we have the small custom and semi-custom builders. So Insght is sort of in this middle category. And so what does that mean? Well, that means that they're going to have some customization and some choices and some options that a lot of the builders above them, the larger builders, are not going to be willing to do. Insght Homes is going to be willing to do that. And so that's sort of where they are positioned in the market, and that's important to understand because a lot of times there can be a disconnect when you're looking at one of these semi-production, semi-custom type builders and you're comparing them with a very, very large publicly traded company. That's a tough comparison because they're very, very different philosophies about building new homes, very, very different products, and a very, very different process throughout. So Insght has been in this market for a couple of decades under a couple of names. When they really started out, they were focusing on energy efficiency. And to be candid, I was in the home building business and in the real estate business when they came. They were doing a lot of things in new construction in terms of energy savings that other builders weren't doing. What has happened in the intervening years with Insght Homes has the energy codes that the municipalities, be it the county or the towns, have required have increased. And the difference between an Insght Homes energy efficiency and all of the other builders was once very large, has gotten very small. And so one of their key selling points is energy efficiency. And they have a very energy efficient home, but it is not leaps and bounds ahead. And so one of the things that we look about when you're thinking about new construction is value. And we define value a little differently. And the question is value to us is keeping the promise, meaning if the builder makes you a promise, can they deliver that promise at the price, et cetera, et cetera. And so the promise that we think Insght is going to make is they're going to deliver you a high-end, nice-looking, incredibly energy-efficient home. Generally speaking, Insght is able to deliver this. The difference in some of their marketing is they will tell you that their house is far more energy efficient than the other builders in the area, and that's true to a point. If energy efficiency is an important factor to you, then Insght is certainly one of the companies that you want to be looking at. But what has happened is, Insght is aware that the difference in the energy efficiency gap between what they are doing and the other builders are doing has closed substantially, and they've sort of repositioned themselves as a luxury higher end builder. And so their finishes have gotten nicer. Their floor plans have been updated. And so generally speaking, they still talk about energy efficiency, but they're also talking about luxury homes. And so that has been a question. Also, again, the real honest knock is back in the day, they had a lot of service problems, a lot of warranty issues in their past that were unaddressed, and they had a reputation for not standing behind their home. And again, that's another thing that Insght has really done a pretty good job in correcting. And so you're not going to hear that from the newer customers. So that's sort of the good side. You're going to get an energy efficient home. It's going to have some higher end things and nicer finishes. The downside is that there's a cost involved to that. So generally speaking though, that doesn't mean that it's a bad value. And what I'm saying is that an Insght home is going to cost you more than other homes that are in similar communities or in similar places in the market, because they're selling a premium product, and a premium product comes at a premium price. And so that's an important thing. So then the question is, does that make it a bad value? Well, not necessarily. Historically, Insght Homes have held their value and they have resold very well. Some of it was their reputation for energy efficiency, or the location that they're building was desirable. There's a lot of different factors that go into that, but you can take a little comfort from the fact that you're going to pay a little more for your house from Insght, but you're going to be able to get that money out through increased appreciation. It's going to hold its value. So you're investing more, but it returns more. And so it's not necessarily a thing. If you're thinking about Insght and their processes, we would love to walk you through that and help you explain what are some of the advantages that they're going to be able to offer in an Insght home, because they have a very unique value proposition in their energy savings, but they also have this newer luxury component to them. And so sort of sorting out all that marketing hype, their website literally tells you that their houses are better than everybody else's, and it is what it is. It's a little bombastic, but that doesn't mean that there haven't been hundreds upon thousands of satisfied Insght customers over the last couple of decades. We want to be the folks that can help you sort through the hype, make sure that you can get a good value if Insght is one of the builders that you're looking at. I'm Scott Dailey with Dailey Dailey Real Estate. Have a great day.